we were worried about taking a flight today, given the military exercises and stuff like that. And so we actually had quite a bit of concern about that. But ultimately, we got on the plane anyway, and we got here fine. We were worried about the plane being shot out of the sky. Yeah, it's quite a scary thing to contemplate, and living part of the time in Okinawa, we sort of worry about events between China and Taiwan spilling over into Okinawa as well.
We saw the photo on Facebook that it was surrounding the entire island. So we were worried that the flight was going to be delayed or that it was going to be halted mid-air. So we were pleasantly surprised that everything went smoothly and that we landed safely. Coming from the Philippines, we also have our fair share of conflict with China. So we were just a little concerned that being so close to military activity that it might affect everyone's safety in the country, not just the tourists but also the people who live here. I definitely believe that whenever a bigger nation, a bigger superpower exerts its influence on a smaller democratic country, it's something that is to be worried about. So we're very worried about actions like that, and hopefully that everything gets resolved diplomatically. But I understand that with issues like this, it's very complex, very complicated.
So I was pleasantly surprised when everything was calm. I was looking out the window, seeing if I see any other planes or.
Why did you do that? And do you have any safety concern during the flight?
So because I had read that some of the airlines might be rerouting their planes, it sounded like potentially there might be, Chinese military presence in the air where the airplanes were. And so I wanted to kind of gauge how much rerouting, how far are we, how close are they getting to, the airport traffic? Because that seems really dangerous to do a lot of the military action where there's a lot of in-flight and out and departures and stuff. There were lots of cancellations of flights and tours and tour guides into Japan from China, and so a lot of activity on that front of penalizing and punishing Japan. That was immediately following those words by the new Prime Minister. So it was very clear that it was in response to that. And now, those words coupled with where Trump is saying they're selling, weapons or something to Taiwan. I'm not clear on the exact details. That now we have this military action. So it's just like it really is clear that China is responding aggressively or just strategically every time that there's something that is said that they don't agree with.
やっぱりちょっと高市さんが少し緊張を刺激するような発言をしちゃってたっていうのもあって、少し中国側もそういう警戒をされてるのかなっていうふうに感じてました。中国の意図があんまり僕も分かってないんですけど、台湾の人たちもあんまりなんかこう日本と仲良くしすぎるなよっていう警告なのか、ちょっとその辺はあんまり意図は分かってないんですけど。
I came from Hong Kong to Taiwan, and yeah, the flight was quite normal, but we had a little bit delay. Like I think we started the flight 20-30 minutes later than expected, and the flight was also 10-15 minutes longer than expected. So I think maybe because of the Chinese military, maybe the flight was like going somewhere else instead of the normal route. But I don't know much about that.
So before the flight, before you bought the plane, so did you expect any disruption due to the military drills that is happening around Taiwan?
Actually not, because before the flight I was reading that the Chinese government, I think they have like 7 zones where flights don't fly into, like they are not allowed to fly into these zones. And I expected we just fly another way and that's all fine. I don't support any kind of conflicts. In my view, as a German, of course, we had the Second World War. We learn about this in school, and this should never happen again. Now we have 3 years, I guess, the war between Russia and Ukraine. and I expect it will end someday, but it's not ending soon, I guess. And all the conflicts in the world it's very bad.
No, the flight from Manila is on time. We arrived in Taiwan on time, so I don't see any problem in flight going to Taipei. Yeah.
So did you expect any like disruption?
I heard some news that there's a drill from China to Taipei area around the waters near the Taipei. Yeah, but I'm not worried about these drills, but because I know Taiwan is a friend of U.S., so I think Taiwan is still safe to travel right now.